Dred Scott, an African-American slave. By his master, who was an officer in the U.S. Army, he was taken from Missouri, which was a slave state, to Illinois, which was a free state. And then he was taken to the free territory of Wisconsin. Here he lived for free soil for a long period. The army ordered his master to go back to Missouri. He then took Scott with him back. Here his master died. In 1846, Scott was held by the anti-slavery lawyers from abolitionists to sue for his freedom in court. He claimed that he should be free because he had lived on free soil for a very long time. His case went all the way to the United States Supreme Court. Roger B. Taney, the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, was a former slave owner from Maryland. Scott lost the decision in March of 1857, as 7 out of 9 justices on the Supreme Court declared no slave or descendant of a slave could be an U.S. citizen or ever had been a U.S. citizen. And since Scott was a non-citizen, the court stated that he must remain a slave and had no right to sue in a federal court. At that time, there were nearly 4 million slaves in the U.S. The court's ruling affected the status of every enslaved and free African American in the United States. The ruling served to turn back the clock concerning the rights of African Americans, ignoring that the fact that black men in 5 of the original states had been full voting citizens dating back to the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Supreme Court also ruled that Congress could not stop slavery in the newly emerging territories and declared the Missouri Compromise of 1820 to be unconstitutional. The Missouri Compromise prohibited slavery in the Louisiana Pure case. The court declared it violated the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, which prohibits Congress from depriving persons of their property without due process of law. Anti-slavery leaders in the North cited the controversial Supreme Court decision as evidence that Southerners wanted to extend slavery throughout the nation and ultimately rule the nation itself. Southerners approved the Dred Scott decision, believing Abraham Lincoln reacted with disgust to the ruling and was spurred into political action, publicly speaking out against it. Overall, the Dred Scott decision had the effect of widening the political and social gap between North and South and took the nation closer to the brink of civil